Hey everybody, and welcome to my little commentary here. I originally didn't record audio for this just because this one I wanted to try out a new deck, and I was just going to record it just to see what I needed to improve upon. So this one I'm just going through some of my decks, and I'm just deleting the decks that I figure I'm not going to be using. So that was basically that for this little portion here. And I never had too much luck actually with this shaman deck. I've always lost, and I believe this is the Miracle Rogue. Yes. I'm going to post my Miracle Rogue video a little bit later. So as you can see, I'm going Priest. This one I decided to go Shadowform Priest. It's a priest that I've been trying to work on for a while, and I haven't quite grasped the proper I guess the proper play style and the proper cards for it. So this one I was just fiddling around, just trying to grab all the cards that I see mostly in a priest deck and work my way backwards from there. I put some thought into the fact that if there's a warlock deck or a rogue deck or something, even a paladin deck, I've seen them run Murloc quite a bit recently, actually. And the other day, I had just disenchanted my Hungry Crab to get what is it worth? 20 dust or something. So I was gonna remake it again, but then I figured I don't want to spend 400 dust just to make that one card again. So it really wasn't worth my time. So here I've selected. I got Mind Vision because, well, what priest doesn't run Mind Vision? What priest doesn't run Northshire Cleric? And mostly the Northshire Cleric is for if I don't have Shadow Form. Hopefully I can put up the Northshire Cleric and heal cards until I get it. I got the Ancient Watcher with the eventually, when I find it, the Defender of Argus, classic combination. Fairy Dragon for early turns, of course. Ironbeak Owl in case I don't find my in case I don't find the Defender of Argus, which you can see I was looking for it. It keeps on moving in my deck all the time because I either get a card or I lose a card or something. So I wasn't quite able to pinpoint it. But getting a little lost in all my pages. But then I decided that I would also get Holy Nova instead, because most of the Murlocs are already like 1 to 2 health. So even if I had the Hungry Crab, I decided that I would just get rid of it in favor of Holy Nova. And also I realized I misclicked on the on the taunt, I actually meant to get the auctioneer, but I got the booty bay instead. And here I just put casual and trying to get into a match as soon as possible. It didn't actually take that long this time, so I was actually quite surprised to see how quickly the match actually sprung up. And then, right about now is when I realized I didn't push my priest. I didn't select the priest. I selected I kept it on druid basically, and I was like, oh crap, you know, oh that's great. That's not the one I wanted. But I figured, you know, I'm doing it, I may as well at least try to win. At least play the game. This guy, this divine character, he went to play a game, so I also went to play a game. So I was quite surprised to see Lorewalker Cho right away. Like, what does he expect me to do? Play magic? Play a spell card, like, right away? I kind of figured that maybe he didn't have a lot of cards, a lot of spell cards in his hand, just because, I mean, he's got Lorewalker Cho, and I don't really recall seeing a lot of spells. Now, I could have actually probably left Lorewalker Cho alive for a little while, but
we must cleanse the sun.
Basically, I thought, you know, the best thing to do is silence it so that I could take control of the board. And that's pretty much, as you can see, what I wound up doing. That was actually my first initial thought too, was to silence it. As soon as I got the Keeper of the Grove, I was like, oh, perfect, silence. Now of course we're just waiting for him to do something. He's like, oh crap, he silenced my Lorewalker. It's probably the first time he got Lorewalker, so he wanted to try it out, see what would happen. Sadly for him, I wasn't going to fall for it, so... And this kind of mind-boggled me. I mean, he could have killed his 3-2, but instead he hit me. And knowing that my 2-3 my 2-4 will become a 2-1. And luckily I got the Mark of Nature, so that was perfect. I could have hit him and then Mark of Nature at the end, but I mean, why wait for the surprise, you know? So now he's deliberating. Sadly, he just does not realize how much power I have in my hand. I know how much power he has in his hand because I've seen all of his cards. At least at the point that I'm recording this, I know the power in his hands.
What to do?
So I figured the best thing to do was probably swipe. I didn't want to do Starfall because I couldn't clear the board. And taking 3 damage was perfectly acceptable to me at that point in time. Now, when I saw this, at first I thought, oh crap, but I was holding on to my other silence, so, I mean, what else can you do? I figured he probably didn't have a lot of other cards in his hand. Even if he did have something really big, I have Starfire and Starfall, plus Innervate, plus I have a Taunt coming up next turn. So I really kind of wasn't concerned. And this is actually the first spell I saw him play. And I believe it was the only spell I saw him play. Now, when he pulled out the Bite, his second spell, I'm really hoping for something better. Honestly, I was really hoping for something better.
What to do?
I eventually decided to do the Taunt because it's got 8 health, perfect mana. I also wanted to see what else he would do in this situation. I didn't think that he was one to be playing any big cards. I think Lorewalker Cho and Karen was probably his biggest cards. So a lot of surprise to what he pulled out. It was easily dealt with, but I was really actually quite surprised. And him just giving me 2 cards was great. But sadly, I haven't been counting my cards. I wasn't paying attention to the amount of cards that I had in my hand. This makes it, I believe this makes it 9 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes. So, obviously I wasn't paying attention to my cards. Not that it greatly mattered at this point in time. But about here I decided that I believe I did Starfire. I am kind of mulling over the situation a bit. I couldn't take 6 damage, and I couldn't take 8, which would have been 14 damage altogether. I couldn't take that, especially with only having 2 health and not knowing what cards he has left. So at this point in time, I had decided to do the Gadget Zan and just kill off the card and get 2 cards back. Giving my hand up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 again. I was surprised to see that he hit me, actually. I would have gone with the Gadget Zan, and here I thought it was game over. I thought that he was going to buff it again, but to my surprise, it didn't happen, and oh man, was I just so glad it didn't happen. Because now I had the perfect answers to get rid of his cards. So, I had Innervate, and I had all the spell damage that I needed to basically get rid of anything that he had now. So I'm kind of mulling over Wrath. I was mulling over the Azure Drake, but it would cost too much coin. Too much mana, I mean. And instead of drawing the card, which I really I mean, sorry, instead of doing the 4 damage, I wanted to do that one because I have Starfall, and that will just finish it off. And there's me making sure I'm actually hitting the right selection. I also wanted to
shall not fall.
Sorry.
I also wanted to make sure that if I did do the Starfall and did the 3 damage, would I kill everything on the board? Which, no, I wasn't going to do that. And sadly, I couldn't find a good way to get rid of this situation greatly. I mean, if I had Swipe, it would have been a lot better, but I had to take the 2 damage to my health for this. And also, he has no cards. There really wasn't much else that he could do. And this is basically the, wipe the board. I was really lucky to get that heal. Really lucky to get that heal. Just to top deck that from the draw, so. And here I'm not paying attention. I have 10 cards in my hand now. And
My hand is too full.
I was quite disappointed to see that go, but I mean, what else could I do? And I got the other Iron Bark, and I definitely didn't want to draw another card because I was paying attention to how many cards I have left in my deck at this point in time. And I did not want to lose to the fact that I've been overdrawing. That I have done that before, and that it's really not a good thing to do. So here I was like, oh yeah, great, another card that another minion that gives me cards.
Where shall I strike?
And I basically I didn't really need the taunt in this case, just because, I mean, if you look at the board, he only has 1 card in his hand. I have no idea what the card is, mind you, but we are pretty much equal on health now. He's only got 1 more than me. And sadly, we never get to see what those 2 cards are. I was quite pleased with myself. I couldn't believe that I was able to do that. So here, finally, I get to play the Priest, so we get to see what this Priest deck is all about. It is only 1 game, though, so. And we wait. Always good to have a waiting game when you are playing Hearthstone. So here I thought, oh crap. These were not the cards that I wanted. I also was thinking, the Iron Beak could be really good, but I mean, the cards that I got here were, I wouldn't say significantly better, but they definitely did come in handy. the whole time that he didn't even play a creature there, I was like, oh shit. You know, handlock. Oh, great. I'm gonna have to get prepared for giants. I'm gonna have to make sure that I don't bring his health down too quickly. Especially when he life tapped. I was just, oh man, how am I gonna deal with them at this point in time? Now, I also didn't want to mind vision because I know for a fact I'm gonna get the coin. That's not something I really wanted, actually. I also decided not to mind blast because the aforementioned molten giant. Then I realized here, oh, it is a Zoolock. As soon as he did that, I was like, okay. You know, it's not great. It's not too bad right now, but it's not great. I was still thinking, how the heck am I going to deal with this? I don't have my Holy Nova, anything. Oh, thank you. I had to thank him for that. That was great. That was just, oh. And this is one of the times that I don't forget to attack right away. I mean, I was like, oh crap, you know, I'm gonna be rushed down pretty quick. But I knew that next turn, I could just Hellfire everything. So I'm thinking, do I trade or what? But I mean, I pretty much knew if I used Hellfire, I would have to attack first. And there we go. Now I put down the Northshire Cleric here because I knew that I could probably get a card or two out of her. But instead, he wastes the Hellfire. I would not have done that. I would absolutely not have done that. And I wanted 2 cards, so I was glad that I did. I was glad that I did that. Now I decided to keep the ancient protector or warden or whatever it is in my hand because I wanted to get the taunt first. And I was contemplating doing Holy Fire, but I did decide not to do it. Heal first, of course, and then do that, and then bring his health down. You know, once again, realizing that he is not a handlock, I decided to go on the offensive pretty quickly. And I was like, oh crap. That was kind of like pointless. Heal myself for 2, and then take 2 damage. Give him 2 health. Now this was perfect. I really like this play here. I really was actually considering doing the Thought Steal, but the fact that he didn't actually attack, that Murloc has charge. So I double checked for that.
Thank you.
And I couldn't believe he didn't attack. Taunting him again. Yeah, I was quite surprised at how well this deck turned out against this particular game. I mean, it could have gone a lot worse. there's some times that I really enjoy Priest,
My
but
apologies.
overall I really dislike Priest. But I'm glad that I could play the exact same way that other people play against me. It made me just kind of, I wouldn't say appreciate, but it gives me a better understanding of how other people play. Not that it really would do much, but and here I was really hoping that I could Holy Fire, but I wound up not having to do so. That brings this to a conclusion, so I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy. Oh, yeah. Yes! Yes! Oh!